Connor McDavid speaks out on the firing of head coach Jay Woodcroft. Also, the Leafs injury struggles continue with a couple of players held out of practice this morning. I'll break all this down for you coming up on this episode of Hattrick HQ. But before we get into that, just want to say that 80% of you guys aren't subscribed. So if you're looking for a home to daily NHL, daily Leafs content, look no further, go down below, hit that subscribe button, become a part of the community here because we'll be here all season long, keeping you up to date on what's happening around the league. But with that said, let's get right into the first topic video here, and that is McDavid speaks out on coach firing. And if you guys missed it yesterday, Edmonton Oilers head coach Jay Woodcroft alongside his assistant coach Dave Manson were fired from the Edmonton Oilers after their rough start to this season. And McDavid spoke to the media today about the firing of his head coach. He said he never lost the room, talking about Woodcroft and Manson. He also goes on to say here, our play hasn't been good enough. I'm the first on that list. Our play needs to be better. It's the reason two guys lost their job. He also says he was shocked by the move, saying he woke up to a text like probably a lot of you guys did as well, the Oilers captain said on how he found out the news. He also goes on to say here, in terms of the rumors swirling that he was somehow involved in the decision, McDavid was quick to shut those down. I know the narrative out there couldn't be further from the truth. And obviously, I mean, it's been a really bad time to be an Edmonton Oilers fan because the team has just been struggling to start the year. They really can't get a grip on it at all. I mean, McDavid is dealing with some sort of injury, in my opinion. He doesn't look 100% like himself out there on the ice. And now they fired their head coach yesterday. I think if you're an Edmonton Oilers fan, this is rock bottom for you guys. I mean, do you really think with this roster that this team would be a lot better than what it is? They're already in rumors of trade talks. They're firing their coaches, and their stars aren't playing up to what they have been in the past. It really sucks right now to see this Edmonton Oilers team struggle because this is a team that a lot of people may have as a Stanley Cup contender going into this year. And McDavid just talking about this coach, the firing of the coach, saying that he never lost a room and stuff like this kind of makes you believe, why was he fired? I mean, I guess something has to give in this kind of situation. I know a lot of fans were angsty that the team wasn't playing well. I feel like the organization had to take it upon themselves to make something happen here to kind of switch the narrative that's been being told about the Oilers through the start of this season. And firing both of the coaches was the start. But I mean, it's only up from here. I mean, I believe this is rock bottom. I think I've been vocal on this channel before about the Oilers. I really do think that these guys are going to turn it around. I think they just need to give McDavid some rest, in my opinion. I know you really don't want to rest the best player in the NHL, but I mean, if he's not 100% right now, even if he's only 80%, I mean, 80% McDavid is still better than a lot of the players in the NHL, but you want this guy back on his 150-point form. You want this guy to be going out there every night, getting you 2-3 points, getting you a couple of goals, and clutching it up for your team. And right now, it just doesn't seem like that is happening. I don't know what's happening with him. I don't know if it's dealing with injury. I don't know if it's a mental thing. Nobody really knows right now, but I mean, there's a lot of these guys that aren't really playing up to par either. I believe Nugent Hopkins, he's a 100-point player last year. He hasn't playing the best to start the year. But, I mean, we're only a handful of games in here in the NHL season. So, I mean, every team here that's, doing bad has a chance to maybe, turn it around and try to see what they can do, try to get back in that playoff picture. And I really do think that's what Edmonton's going to do right now. I really do think they're going to turn things around. They got a new head coach in, which McDavid is familiar with. He was asked, how does McDavid feel about reuniting with his old bench boss from his time with the Erie Otters? It's been a really long time. McDavid asked about Chris Nolblauch, his old coach in junior. He said, obviously, he thought he was great in junior. I don't know what he's been up to other than he's been coaching, obviously, in the NHL as an assistant and in the American Hockey League. He's a young voice, which is great. I think it resonates with a lot of guys in this room. He's someone I look forward to working with. So obviously here, there is another side to this story, a brighter side, I guess. You see a new face in Chris Nolblauch. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he comes in to be the head coach of the Edmonton Oilers. Now, someone who McDavid is familiar with, and he's saying in his comments here that a lot of young guys are really, taking after him in their short time of just knowing him over this couple of days. Yeah, I think this, it is what it needed to happen here. I really do think that they needed a change, whether it was a trade, whether it was a coaching staff, and they took the route of coaching staff. And hopefully with a new young face behind the bench of the Edmonton Oilers, they can really turn it around. We're rooting for you here at Hattrick HQ. We really hope that the Edmonton Oilers are back in the playoff picture by the end of the season. But with that said, let's get right into our second topic of the video here, and that is the Leafs injury struggles continue. And obviously, we are going to take a look at here. If you watched the game the other night, David Kampf was hit in the head by Dakota Joshua, leading to that epic fight between Giordano and Joshua. But Sheldon Keefe said David Kampf is fine. He needed some time to have the swelling go down from the clean hit to the head he received from Dakota Joshua. Clearly, the Leafs head coach didn't like it. And obviously, in my opinion, it was a little bit of a dirty hit too. I believe that it was a bit of a dirty hit. He did get up high, he did leave his feet a little bit, but it was uncalled in the game, so, it is what it is at the end of the day. We just really hope that David Kampf can come back from this. I think he was held out of practice this morning, so hopefully he's not, in concussion protocol or anything like that, and hopefully he can get back, make the trip over to Sweden with the team, and get back to hockey. But as of right now, he is day-to-day, so we wish him the best. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery here, and obviously, Sheldon Keefe's sticking up for his team here yet again in the media, saying, but he's waiting for the swelling to go down on a clean hit to the head. Obviously, that is sarcasm at its finest there, folks. But we also have an update here on John Klingberg. He says just a chance for him to get more treatment and continue to monitor the situation. Maple Leafs head coach Sheldon Keefe said of the defenseman, "We don't think he'll be on the ice tomorrow either, but he should be okay on Wednesday just with the treatment he's getting. He's going to need a couple of days to really help let that sort of settle." And that's just talking about John Klingberg. Obviously, he was out of the game the other night against Vancouver due to injury reasons. The team hasn't really announced what his injury is, so it's a bit... You don't really know what's on to go with him right now, but I would assume that he is day-to-day alongside of David Kampf, and he says once he gets his treatment, he'll be back in, ready to go. So it isn't too big, serious injuries, but it is still some injuries that could, disrupt the team a little bit, disrupt the momentum. I know they're making the trip over to Sweden now for the Global Series. That's going to be some interesting games coming up. So hopefully these guys can get back in the lineup and we can see this Leafs team a little bit healthier than what they are right now, because there is still a few guys out. We see McCabe come back, obviously, but Timmins is obviously out right now. I do see he was getting some reps in practice this morning on the Power Play 1 unit, so he's way ahead of his timetable, I believe I've seen. So hopefully we can get to see him back soon, because I'm really excited to see what Connor Timmins can do in the regular season, because he just dominated the preseason. But, I got to show you guys this. I seen this morning and I said, I really got to throw this in the video. It's not the major, but it is Joseph Woll signing a brick at the Toronto Sports Card Memorabilia Expo. This is just an all-time picture. If you guys seen the video, you should go check it out. Some young guy comes up to him with a brick and asks him to sign it, and he says it's the most unusual thing he's ever been asked to sign, but I think that is an all-time pick, all-time video there, so make sure to go check it out. The brick wall signing a brick, that's just amazing stuff. But we're going to get into everybody's favorite topic here, and that is comment of the day. And the comment of the day today goes to Corey. He says, I subscribed. Happy now? LOL. Yeah, we're happy here, Corey. Shout out to you. Thanks for subscribing and really appreciate it. We love seeing all your new subscribers down in the comment section. So make sure to go down, comment on this video. What do you think about McDavid's comments about the firing of head coach Jay Woodcroft? What do you think about the Leafs kind of struggling a little bit with their injuries? Their play has been really good on the ice. They really dominated Vancouver the other night, but we really do want to see a healthy Leafs team. But if you enjoy this video, make sure to go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We just hit 1,800 subscribers, so we really appreciate you guys going down and showing your love and support. We really appreciate it. Really means the world to me and Mark. But if you guys enjoy the Leafs, make sure to check this video that's popping up on your screen right now. But I've been KC. Keep your stick on the ice.